Aloha internet, I am currently in Hawaii. I've actually been traveling down the west coast of the USA for the last 3 weeks, and I thought, wouldn't this be an appropriate time to do a what's in my travel bag video. I've already actually done one. That was over a year ago, and it was also much more skewed towards doing makeup for Book of Fables series whilst on the go. It basically had a lot more colors than I would usually wear on a day-to-day basis. I'm really trying to aim these videos at being more natural, wearable, everyday, because let's face it, every day when I go into the office, I do not wear blue eyeliner. I just don't. I mean, it just would be weird and people would look at me weird. So I'm much more neutral based sort of person, and that's my everyday. And then Fables and Fashion is almost like an alter ego where you just have tons of colors, costume, makeup, which I love. That's my true passion. But I can't do that every day. So I thought, why don't I do another what's in my travel bag video for you guys so you can actually see what I would carry and things that I would use in a more everyday sense. The makeup I'm wearing right now is basically what I've been wearing every day since I've been here. I mean, with a few differences here and there. For now, today, we're all talking about what's in this bag, and it seems quite big. Maybe if I put it like this, it might seem less big. First is this kabuki brush that I brought with me, and I've actually just been using it for face powder exclusively. And this one's from Sigma. Really loved it. It's really great at buffing the face powder in. I do have a separate bag that I've been keeping all my makeup brushes in, but this one's just been sitting in my makeup bag because it's in this shape. So it just sat in that bag much easier than in my very thin brush bag. Next product is the Urban Decay setting spray. I actually did bring my own setting spray from Australis, which I love, and I depotted that into a little spray bottle, but unfortunately it leaked really bad, and by about week 1 I had almost nothing left to use. So I went to Sephora. One of many times I went to Sephora, and I picked this up because I'd heard such good things about it, and it's great. I really love it. I also use it to wet my foundation brush before I apply my liquid foundation. I have no idea why. I have no proof that it applies foundation better, but I just feel like it does, so I'm just gonna go with it. Next is Bobbi Brown bronzing powder. I've had this thing forever. I think I pretty much feature it in every Book of Fables video where I have some contouring involved, and that's why I brought it on this trip too. I don't normally wear bronzer day to day, but I thought maybe I could do a little bit of contouring on this trip, but it didn't really work out that way because I found that this ends up making my skin look quite dark, and the skin color on my face is already pretty much the darkest area of my whole body. The rest of my body is much lighter, so I always have to use slightly lighter foundation so that everything matches, and then this just takes it down a notch again, and then it just doesn't match, so it looks weird. Face powder, the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder, and as you can see, I've done some serious damage to this, which I'm very happy. I think every beauty blogger goes through that, where when they hit pan on something, especially a makeup product, they're just so excited and proud. I really love this powder. It is great at mattifying the face, but I have to make sure I only use a very light amount. Anything too heavy and the makeup starts looking a little bit cakey, so it's just a quick dusting all over the face. Next is my Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. It's pretty much on its last leg. I think it's like up to here now. If not, it was around here when I left, and I've been using it every single day, so I'm pretty sure it's almost finished, but I really love it. Skin Foundation by Bobbi Brown is one of my favorite foundations, so I probably will buy it again. Next is my brow pencil by Chanel, and this is pretty much the only brow pencil I have that I can use in terms of makeup looks for photo shoots or videos or anything like that. And I say that because my brows naturally are quite dark. In fact, I've only applied brow powder down here just to extend my brows because they're a little bit on the short side, but here there's no brow powder. So my brows are already quite black, like they match my hair. And so I used to use black eyeshadow, but that started coming off a bit too strong, and then I changed to dark brown shadows, and that just looked weird because brown and black just didn't match. I've been searching for a long time looking for something of a more ebony tone, and this is all I found so far, but luckily I only use a very little bit just on the edges of my brows. Next is my eyelash curler by Shu Emura. Standard eyelash curler, which I love and I should use more often, but I don't because it's just like an added step that takes up time that is keeping me away from breakfast in the morning. Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Their primers work really well on me, even though they aren't my favorite. I think My favorite is still the NARS version, but I have so many of these little samples to get through because of the eyeshadow palettes that they always come with, and it takes me a long time to work my way through this blush. e.l.f. blush in Twinkle Pink. And this is a beautiful, soft, coral-ish pink with a lot of shimmer through it. And I purposely picked this blush up because I didn't want to have to rely on highlighting powders if I didn't want to use them, and this does a perfect job. Just apply it to your cheekbones up here and good to go. And I'm wearing that right now, so actual real life example. Next is eyeshadow. This is the Lancome Quad, which I think came with a gift with purchase just before I left. But yeah, it's just a basic quad with some good colors. I was pretty much using this religiously for the first 2 weeks of the holiday, and then I decided to switch over to these NARS single eyeshadows. So the thing about these is that just before I left on my holiday, PR Company sent me a really big bag of products from Mecca Maxima, which do stock NARS, and she pretty much sent most of the fall collection for NARS, and I was just so happy and sad at the same time because I was so happy to be able to try them all out and review them on the blog for everyone, but I was going on holiday, so I wouldn't actually be able to do that until I got back, which is 3 weeks later, which in makeup years, it can be a long time. Things get sold out really fast, so I was a bit sad about that, and I let her know. But I did still want to try a few things that she sent, so I grabbed a couple of things and just threw them into my luggage so I could use them on the trip. And I decided to take the 3 eyeshadows because for me, my weakness really is eye-related makeup. That's what I invest more time in, invest more money in. I mean, because I don't wear foundation every day to work as it is, so I'm really much more obsessed about the eyes because that's the stuff that I do wear every day. And so basically there's 3 colors here. One is a really nice like dark blue, which I've been using in the crease. And then there's this nice lighter blue color. And then finally this more, I wouldn't say taupe, but sort of browny, soft brown color. All the shades are matte, completely matte. Today I'm pretty much just wearing this one, which is called Yamal, just in the crease. Next is this Topshop lipstick in Sartorial. I kind of regret bringing this with me because it's a warmer red tone, and I don't feel like warm red tones suit my skin tone very well. I don't really know, it feels like it clashes. I have this Essence Lash and Brow Gel. It's basically just a clear gel that's gone really bad because I've had it for a while now. This is the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer, and I really love this. I bought this whilst I was here because I didn't bring a primer with me. I didn't think I needed a primer, and then after a couple of days of wearing a full face of makeup, I found out, no, Selena, you really do need a primer, especially up here, I find. And then on the sides of my nose because my makeup creases after a while because I do this like frowny face a lot, and so I have this line that keeps appearing all the time. And so I do put a bit of the primer there and along my nose, and it does a great job because I don't see the creases up until much later in the day, whereas I would see them at about lunchtime, which really sucks. Next product is the Can Make Highlighter in One. Again, just like that Bobbi Brown bronzing powder, this has pretty much been in every single Book of Fables video that involves highlighting. For some reason I felt the need to bring another eye primer because I thought that I would run out of the Urban Decay, and I haven't because it's so long lasting and it's just never ending. Especially if you remove the stopper, which I tend to do when I feel like I'm not getting enough product. I remove the stopper and it doubles the life of the primer. So I've not had to use this Paint Pot by MAC in Painterly, which is the other primer that I would use. So the next beauty product I have is this Bobbi Brown gel liner in black ink, and I have actually never tried the Bobbi Brown gel liners before up until this. I can't believe it's taken me that long, and this is amazing. It's so creamy, it's so pigmented, and I love it. I'm much more of a gel liner person, even though you're going to see that I brought pretty much every liner you could think of. Gel liners are definitely my staples. And then I have the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer, which is one of my favorite concealers ever. This is my second pot because I've already been through one before. And I mainly use it just under the eyes if I need some brightening, or on this particular trip I've not had the best skin, so that usually helps cover up some imperfections. Next, 2 mascaras by Lancome, of course, because they're my favorite brand ever when it comes to mascaras, and they're both Hypnose. One is Hypnose Star and one is Hypnose Doll Lashes, and I've just been using them interchangeably, and yeah, what can I say? Lancome Hypnose, it's my holy grail mascara. Last couple of products here, I've got, I'm just gonna go through these ones quickly. 3 eyeliners. This is a Stila liquid liner, then a black pencil liner, Smashbox, and a white pencil liner. These are just kind of essential for the waterline, so I always make sure, no matter where I go, I make sure I have a black and a white pencil eyeliner. Pencil sharpener, which is quite mandatory when you carry pencil eyeliners. And lastly is the Smashbox lip gloss, which is what I'm wearing right now. And that is it. There is nothing left in my makeup bag. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!